Good evening, Mohammed.
Good evening.
Thank you for joining us.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
Good evening.
Good
Hi,
So,
evening.
Mohammed.
Good evening. How
so
are you
we'll
guys?
good. Thank you. We'll quickly introduce ourselves. So we got Lina. She's the head of the order to cash department, and I'm Kenji Villedieu. I'm managing the team of customer care. So first of all, we go with Lina, myself, and then you. The floor will be yours.
Hi, Mohammed. So my name is Lina. I am the order to cash director since June. I'm having the pleasure to work with Kenji, who is the head of customer care. And OTC is an umbrella of credit management also, to which is managed by two other credit managers. I'll let Kenji explain further the scope of customer care.
Yes, so us customer care here, we are 13 in the team, counting me. We are a hub here as L'Oreal. We serve 10 different countries, and the current role we are recruiting for is a trained position that's looking after our professional product divisions. So we are serving all the brands like L'Oréal Paris, Kerastase within all our salons here in the UAE. So it's over thousands doors, and we are looking for someone to replace this role that's always been a training position that we use as a 6 month renewal once, so 12 months contract. That we then fulfill one of the other positions within the department as permanent contract, or we try to get the person to move around in other departments, and we all belong to the operations here in L'Oréal.
Okay.
So I've seen that you're from the beauty industry as well. So we'll let you take us through rapidly through your CV, and we'll try to understand if this could be a match with us.
Okay, great. I'm a finance graduate. My name is Muhammad, as you guys know. I'm a finance graduate. I've worked in internal and external audit, once with an auditing firm, top 10 in the UAE, and then currently I'm an internal controller in Sephora. And my responsibilities in Sephora, I've basically my responsibilities included fraud detection, which is the main purpose of internal audit. So we'd have some cases of fraud detection throughout the Middle East, and my responsibility was to look at the data, analyze and investigate any fraud cases that might come up, as well as perform in-store audits throughout the Middle East, including UAE, KSA, Kuwait, Qatar, and Bahrain. It was also a 6 month trainee contract. I started in May, and I just finished with the contract. And I'm currently looking for a position where I can further develop my career and enhance my skills, and provide the value that I have, that I can offer to the firm in order to improve the operational efficiency in any way possible.
So you're no longer with Sephora,
I The contract ended as of this month.
okay, but you're no longer with them, or
Yes,
it's
yes,
until the end of November.
yes. It's no, no. It's from the beginning of November. So I
Okay,
started at the
so
beginning of May and then until the beginning of November.
okay, and you were working in Concha's team.
Yes, with Concha.
Okay, great. So you aspire. I see that you are on CFA level 1 candidate, right?
Yes, I have my CFA scheduled for August of next year, I believe.
And how long is that going to take part of your day to get ready and get it?
I've been preparing for quite a while, so it doesn't. I aim for a consistent 2 hours throughout the weekdays, and then in the weekends I cram up most of my time. I basically pretend it's a full time job in the weekend, so I try to put in like 6 to 8 hours.
Okay, great. So just to give you a bit of context regarding the role, so the role, as I mentioned, so we got all the customers here in the UAE, the salon, that are always and every single day placing orders with our sales rep. So they place the orders on iPads, then they come to us. The orders come into our system through a system called Axiom that translates it into our SAP. And what the current person is doing is that the orders comes by batch every 2 hours. So we have to make sure, and we are looking at people that very attention to details, that things that are coming through their system are perfectly integrated in our system, and a person that's there also to manage all the IDOC errors that are preventing the orders to come through. So every single order that comes through is turnover for the company. So we really got to make sure that everything is reflecting at the right time at the right place, right? And then we have to ensure the service to our customer because we have a contract with them. Anything that's ordered with us has to be delivered within 48 hours. So it's also about managing physical distribution, transportation team, that everything is there on time in full. Also, most 100% of the role has been automated, right? But with
Yeah.
systems where before the person used to process on a monthly basis 2,000 orders a day, a month, sorry, but that was very manual. So we're also looking at people who are curious enough to dig into the systems, who are computer savvy, can manage Excel, can manage Power BI reporting, to be able now to the let's say the manual part is over. How do I manage my job? How do I manage my business? Because we believe that every single one of us manages his business and he's his own CEO.
Yeah.
So what have you proven in your current role that shows leadership, actions of changing the status quo, improving things, improving processes?
So in the during in Sephora, we'd have to come up with a monthly presentation to present to the board of directors, and I had to look at the sales of the company manually. It was all via Excel, and I didn't like the idea of manual. I believed that we could have had something that's automated, and I consider myself to be proficient with Excel and VBA. Power BI, not so much as Excel, but I'm still pretty I'm fluent with it. So I was able to create a VBA code that would automatically search up all of the, look at the data, look at any anomalies and outliers, highlight those outliers, perform the functions that are necessary, such as pivot tables, VLOOKUPs, whatever it may be, and then use the data presented in Excel to automatically add it to a PowerPoint. This way, a presentation that would have took me 2 weeks to finish, it would take me a matter of 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours. It was mainly tweaking the code, seeing what else can I improve. And since I had so much free time on my hands, I decided that I would rather include more data in the presentation so that I can give the board of directors a more detailed view of whatever insights we have going on during the month. That's in terms of attention to detail. As for leadership, I was under conscious team, so I didn't have anyone under me to lead per se. But we were a team of four, and we'd always work together. We'd cover each other, make sure that everyone is doing fine with their daily tasks. And of course, if anyone needs help with anything, I was considered the Excel savvy guy. So people from, we'd have the internal control team from KSA. They'd request any transactions, any data whatsoever, and then I'd pull them out from the system. We used to use POS analytics. I'd pull it out from there, analyze it, investigate it, write a report, send KSA the report, and so on.
Okay, so did you find out big frauds?
We had nothing too major. It's we're in the Middle East. It's not like we're gonna have a case of major fraud, but
Oh, you never know, huh? I was in Sephora before. You never know.
but no, for the most part, nothing too major. It was just a matter of speeding up the process and making sure that the
Compliance.
process enhanced. Yeah, exactly. Applying compliance and internal rules into the process.
Okay. Could you give us two areas of improvement?
From my side.
Yes, not from Concha's side.
Yeah. I would say that's a difficult question. Um, I'm trying not to be biased. Uh,
Just be transparent.
yeah, I'm thinking of where would I improve. Um, I'd say a lot more on the uh, like being a communication side of things. Like I can communicate, but I'm a very analytical person. Let's say I'm a very analytical person. I know how to deal with numbers. I consider numbers to be my thing, and so I'm still good with communication. But that's something that I can improve on to match the analytical skills that I have. So I'd probably say communication skills. As for another area, uh, I don't. I
No
can't really
worries,
think
no
of an
worries.
area.
You can tell us a bit later. What do you aspire to become? What's your vision in like 2 years, 5 years, 10 years?
Honestly, I have an aspiration. I'd like to, of course, to build my own my own company one day. Depending on the depending on where life takes me. But if I had complete will over my decisions and my career, I'd love to open an investment bank because I'm a big fan of investments. I invest on my downtime. I learn more about it and whatnot, and I'm taking the CFA, even though it doesn't relate to the field that I'm in. But it's something that I aspire. It's something that I like to do. It's something I have an interest for, and I can imagine myself in about 5 years' time being able to maybe do a small startup investment firm startup where I can manage relatively uh, mid-sized entities.
Okay, great. Do you have questions on the role or the company? Do you like the company you're currently working in? And why would you like to join L'Oréal?
Well, I'd love to join L'Oreal because, of course, the areas for development and growth are endless. I feel like L'Oreal I'd highly benefit from the growth opportunities that L'Oreal has to offer. And at the same time, I'd love to offer all of my skills that I've acquired over the past years during my time with Sephora and Baker Tilly and during my basically everything that I've learned. I'd love to give that to L'Oreal because I believe I can make the place much more compliant and quicker. Even though you said everything is automated, I'm sure we can. There are some things that can be looked into and analyzed further and improved upon. So that's what I have to offer for L'Oreal, and that's why I'd love to join L'Oreal. I believe I'd become a better. I'd value my skills and I'd improve my skills through my time here. As for any questions that I might have, I do have one question. Although I know that the I know that the growth opportunities in L'Oreal are endless. I'd like to see what are the challenges that L'Oreal might face in the Middle East at the moment, which might be improved upon based on my role.
The challenges we face currently, business is growing. Business is growing big time, and everyone, at the end of the day, we're CAC 40 company. We're here to make money.
Yeah,
So it's how we scale up the business, how we try to innovate, how we try to improve all the processes to go faster, stronger, and more accurately in order to serve our customer better. And how do we onboard nowadays the new technologies that are coming into the market, right? Because we have AI that's coming big time. We
yeah.
have lots of tools of automation. Okay, Excel is great. This is the backbone of the company. SAP is great. It's also the other backbone of the company. But how do we go faster now to keep up the pace and face the competitors who are maybe also coming ahead of the market. So this is the current challenge we have. And but historically with the company, we are always trying to improve, and we deconstruct and we reconstruct all the time to try to improve ourselves. So we are constantly learning and trying to improve. Some companies, they have processes. Lina was saying this earlier today. We are organized chaos. We are an organized company, okay, with people
Yeah.
up and down, but it's a bit chaotic, but it works. It works well. And everyone on the job is capable of building the job he wants, okay, by improving, by finding solutions, by changing the way people work and challenging the status quo. So it's also very important for us to bring in people in the team that are capable of reflecting on the job they're currently doing. Okay, I'm taking the handover of someone, but after I master the role in 3 months, okay, I've understood what am I supposed to do. How can I do it differently? How can I do it differently for me, for the business, to make it better? You know. So this is currently the challenge we're facing. We're trying to also. It's a challenge also to recruit that type of profile that are just not here to process things and punch orders. This is not what we want anymore.
Yeah, so you'd like people who are innovative enough to not only master the job but then challenge their processes and see how in which areas can they improve their daily tasks and use the new
Exactly.
technology to enhance existing technology.
Exactly. And let me reassure you that our department here, based in Dubai, has proven the rest of the world within the company that we are capable of doing so. And we are now, for example, showing some of our solutions to the US, to Asia, So it's not just us in Dubai or fancy Dubai. No, no, no. We improve things and we make things better.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes
Mm.
sense. That's about all of the questions that I have. That's perfectly clear.
Okay. Lina, do you have other questions?
I think my only question for you, Mohammed, is that are you aware of the scope that we are today discussing? Because again, with full transparency, um, you seem well experienced to manage a scope that might seem a little bit more junior for what I read in your CV and for what I see and here in front of me today. So I think it's very important that you give me a statement with regards to this, because if it's not clarified, we are here to clarify it for you. And if it's clear, I would really like to understand what will make you uh, do a trainee, let's say, position at L'Oréal.
I fully understand the scope that this position is a trainee position, and you might think that I'm qualified for a junior position, but I'm still young. I'm 21. I still have time to explore around and look at different fields. And my experiences were mainly in audit. This is more on the operational side of things. And so I wouldn't mind joining in as a trainee. I understand that it might be, some people might say that it's less than what I'm supposed to. It's the role of the position, the scope of the position is less than what I should have. But I honestly don't mind it. I'm a big fan of learning and adapting and looking at new things. And so I'd be excited to join the team, look at the procedures, look at do everything all of my responsibilities on time, and like Kenji said, explore how can I challenge these processes and how can I improve them for the long term.
Clear, very clear. And you were a trainee or on a full temp at Sephora?
No, I was a trainee at Sephora.
Okay, okay. So
Trainee.
sorry, it's my mistake. I think I have pictured you as someone with a minimum experience, but definitely I agree with you. I think L'Oréal could be a good starting engine for your career, given that you're still starting your career. So this is
Yeah.
it for me, Kanji, from my end. I'm clear. Thanks, Mohammed.
Thank you so much, Kenji. Thank you so much, Lina.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you for your time, and we'll be in touch shortly.
Of course, of course. Thank you so
Have
much.
a great evening.
Enjoy
Bye.
it. You
Thanks
too.
a
You
lot.
too. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye bye.